Of the girls who came from Chibok in northeastern Nigeria are still desperately hoping for their return.
Chibok, once a small market town barely anyone had heard of. But then Boko Haram came, kidnapping hundreds of its daughters. It's now haunted by the horrors of that night, a place where families are left picking up the pieces. These parents show us all their daughters left behind.
This is the dress she was supposed to wear at her friend's wedding the day after the exam. But the exam never happened. I'm going to keep the dress until she comes back.
Hansatu was 17 when she was taken. She loves fashion.
My daughter was such a hardworking girl. She loved to crack jokes and loved clothes. Just before she was taken, she begged me to buy her a sewing machine.
And Mariam, who would now be 19, is a budding entrepreneur.
Before going to school that day, she was working at my food store. She made $50. She was great with the customer. She was a brilliant businesswoman. These were the last moments I had with her. I pray that my daughter will come back alive. But if not, I hope that her soul rests in peace. I hope the horrors she's witnessed during this kidnap are the last time that she suffers.
But how can they make sense of what happened? We travelled to the school, granted exclusive access by the Nigerian army. It was here, late one night, that the nightmare began. Boko Haram stormed this compound, rounding up the girls from their dormitories, which now lie in ruins. Then they were loaded onto trucks and driven into the forest. Now, an eerie sense of loss. The skeletons of desks where the girls once sat. An overgrown basketball court where they once played. And it's silent. This was the dining hall. It would have been full of girls laughing, having fun, talking about the exam the next day, which they never took. Their parents wanted them to have a better life than they had. That's why they sent them to this school. But it was a choice that had devastating consequences. 2 years on, there's no news of the girls. They may be in Chad or Cameroon. It's likely many were forced to marry fighters. Slowly life is returning to Chibok, but there's an anger here towards the government. Because despite worldwide attention, not a single one of the girls has been rescued.